Peace and prosperity be out to all who's listening and watching. It's your girl LaShaWright, and I'm back for another video. And today, guys, I'm going to get back on track, and we're going to start back doing how-to videos, self-development videos, and things that help us be greater, be our best selves, help us progress in our lives and our lifestyles, and help us improve in areas that we're not very effective in. So I'm going to get back on track with that. I'm going to continue with the motivational, but I'm also going to start back doing these how-to videos. So today's video is how to set a goal, the procedure that requires in order to set a goal on your end, your part, right? The goal you have to know what the goal is, right? So whatever it is you desire. My goal was to reach bestseller. I did that. Specifically. Now, the goal was reach bestseller. But what was the specifics around it, right? What was I trying to get? I was trying to get financial growth in my income. Was I specific with that? No, I wasn't. And that is why it didn't go the way I expected, right? So this is why I'm telling you the steps to setting your goals, so that when you do achieve certain things, you won't be disappointed about the outcome because you didn't set appropriate measures to all you want, right? And then sometimes when we set our goals, they can be very bland, very plain. It just be one thing, but you're really expecting another result. And when you have these other expectations, it means you didn't put it all together, right? So first you pick the goal, then you specifically have all that this goal comes with. What is the expectation of this goal? What will this do when you achieve this? How are you expecting this to be? And what will it change in your life, right? Make sure that it's measurable, right? Make sure that the goal that you're achieving is measurable. That's the third one, right? You want to make sure that the goal is measurable. You want to know the goal. You want to know the specifics of your goal. You want to make sure that the goal is measurable. You also want to make sure that it's attainable. Make sure that it's able to be grasped. And it could be a short-term goal or it can be a long-term goal. It depends on what you're striving for. It all depends on every individual and what they desire. Everything doesn't have to be achieved in a night. Now, some things can be achieved in a night. Like me. I know that if I want to get laundry done, I can do that right now. If I start early, I can get done quickly, right? But that's me knowing that's a short-term thing, and it doesn't take time. It may take a few hours, but it's not something that will take overnight. It depends on how much laundry I have. It's simple. It could be big goals. It could be something you want to get done around your house. It doesn't matter what the goal is, whether it's short-term or long-term. You got to think about the fullness of your goal. Also, make sure that the goal is realistic. Make sure that you're realistically thinking about it, because we put these expectations on what we want and how we expect things to be, and they turn out to be something entirely different because we fantasize things to turn out their way. That's what I'm saying. We have expectations that sometimes lead us to disappointment because we have unrealistic expectations. Oh, I thought if I did this, it would be this. No. Go with the process and understand. Learn from people who do it. Whatever it is that you're doing, learn from people who already done it. Learn from their failures. Learn the things that they did along the way that kept them from achieving what they expect. Also, not only that the goals should be realistic, it needs to have a deadline. All goals should have a deadline and a date that you want to accomplish them, because this keeps you on schedule, this keeps you on track, and this keeps you in a certain specific timeline so that you won't get disappointed, right? We all know that everything in life has a deadline. Our bills have a deadline. Every responsibility in life, our needs have a deadline. Like, we're hungry, we need to eat. We're thirsty, we need to get something to drink. Everything has a deadline, even though needs don't really have a date. If you go over those limits, you can only go so many days without water. You can go a lot of days without eating, but it's not healthy. What happens to your body after a period of time, right? Same with bills. You have a specific day that you have to pay those bills, and that's the deadline. And once it passes the deadline, you either get a fee or your cable or whatever gets cut off. Same with goals. I'm not saying that you can't start over, but I'm saying that you should put a deadline on yourself. Expect yourself to do great in certain times that you give yourself. So you can push yourself to stay focused and stay consistent with whatever it is that you desire. Don't get off track and remain focused. Love you guys.